Welcome to the Backrooms, where we go into the background information of our favorite topics and going obscure. My name is Gabe, and I'm your host.
And I am your funny duckling boy,
Funny
Matt.
I'm gonna go blow my nose.
Yeah.
Keep them entertained.
Okay. As you can see, Gabe's caught the virus. Yes, because blowing your nose is now a side effect. So, prayers for him, prayers for him.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, so
Okay.
this, hopefully, all right, I'm going to say this for the first time this season. Hopefully you've come here from the main episode. If not, there's no more cards. They don't work anyway, and nobody looks for them. So you can check in the link in the description or at the end of the video. Like a normal person.
Yeah. So, you will be the main boy this episode, because...
Yes. My cat is trying to eat something.
Oh, fun.
That's not food.
This episode in particular is more for you.
Yes. Yep.
Because
It's very close to me.
I have no connection to this show at all.
Yeah. Land of the Lost Giant Bugs. Or as it's more commonly called, Land of the Lost.
Yes.
So, yeah. Growing up...
This is also another more experimental episode. We're trying with, obscure media, too.
Yep.
Episode 3
Nice
hasn't
hiccup.
come out yet.
Nice
Thank
hiccup,
you.
kid.
Episode 3 hasn't come out yet. As we're filming this, so we don't know how well episode 3 is going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to go. So, we'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully you've come here from that episode. If not,
Yeah, that too.
you didn't miss much. Oh!
And here's a card.
And here's a card saying we're sorry for uploading it. Oh!
I'm sure it wasn't that
Yeah,
bad.
it's not that bad. I
I'm
don't know
sure
what
it
people
had-
are going to
I
think,
mean,
though,
it
because it's
has-
way off what we typically do.
Yeah. We're just
Anyway,
trying,
Back to
Anyway.
my alma mater.
Yeah,
Land
tell
of the
me
Lost.
about... Yeah, let me tell...
I'm an
or
alumni
tell
of Land of
me-
the Lost. So,
Okay, sounds good.
anyway, Land of the Lost was a show I watched in kindergarten. That's
Okay.
right. The year is 2007. Everyone's wearing Rolls Royce and drinking puppy chow,
Okay.
as well as wearing backwards sneakers on their heads. It was a
And
crazy
watching-
time, the 2000s, let me tell you. But anyway,
And watching Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the movie, and
Yeah.
hating it.
yep. And watching Star Wars Episode 5 because it had just come out, pretty much. I mean, Episode 3. I don't know why I said 5.
Episode 3 came out 2 years earlier, man.
That's still pretty recent, though. Anyway,
I guess, yeah.
it's 2007. And so my daily routine in kindergarten was go to the school, shut up at school.
Cry.
They ain't going to give you no crackers if you don't shut up at school.
And cry.
Because they did threaten that. They would not give you
Fun.
any animal crackers at snack time if you spoke too much during class. And
What about crying?
if you
Is
take a look
crying
at my
okay?
permanent record, which I finally received,
Fun.
having graduated high school,
Yeah?
apparently some other things happened to me in kindergarten.
Oh, I see. I didn't get a permanent record
I will
after high school,
explain
so...
them to Gabe once we're off here, because they're very private, and
Okay.
I don't want the whole internet
Very
hearing them. I will confide in
embarrassing.
Gabe with them, but I won't confide in the internet with them.
I'll tell the entire internet.
He'll post it on our Twitter.
No, I'll post on
Guys, guess
the
what I found
internet.
out about Matt in kindergarten?
I'll tell the internet everything.
Yep.
I'll go to the internet himself
Oh,
and
yep, that's
tell
right.
him. And then everybody will know.
Yeah, because considering we have 3,000 subs, we know the internet now.
Yeah, we
Right.
know that we know Mr. Internet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
tell us
anyway,
about
I shut
your
up at school.
routine.
We go to the playground, we play. Done playing. It's noon. Daddy comes up and picks me
Yeah.
up. Big Daddy comes and he picks me up.
Big Daddy, your mom's new dad, or your mom's new husband is here to pick you up, Big Daddy.
Yeah.
He's trying to connect to you in a personal level, but
By
you won't.
driving me home from kindergarten.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm sorry. It's like, I'm not your father, but I'm trying to help as much as I can.
Yep. So anyway, Big Daddy shows up and he picks me up, takes me back home to my house, where my mom, old mama, over at the house, old mama has a daycare service that she is the ringleader of.
Okay.
And so basically, I'm also in daycare.
Okay.
Yet it's at my house.
But
that's also where I met the tiki.
House.
So the tiki. The tiki. We'll save the tiki. Actually, the tiki's going to be in the thumbnail now. I can't not put him in the thumbnail. So the picture of the kid with the long head, that's the tiki.
Maybe explain who the tiki is.
I won't.
Okay.
You guys can figure that out for yourselves. But anyway. Yeah. When we're not being little snots and playing and stuff, we sit on down and watch.
My one question.
What? I was just about to. That's
Sorry,
part of the
ahead,
story.
go ahead.
We sit down for a good old-fashioned watch party of Land of the Lost.
So my question is, you said that you were in daycare, but in your house, so you're basically not in daycare because you're just in your house.
Yeah, but the tiki is the same age as me.
Yes.
So me and him were actually allowed to do more than the other kids.
Oh, I see. You guys were just chilling out in the back.
We would
smoking some smoking some ciggies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And well, when the daycare kids would be outside after lunch, like playing on the playground we had in my backyard, that I don't know if Gabe saw. We had it until I was in like 4th grade. I don't know. Anyway,
no clue.
Get out of there. The cat's trying to eat plastic. Anyway, so when the daycare kids were outside and my mom would tell them to go in because they had to go in for nap time, me and the tiki, since we were the big boys, we got to stay outside because we weren't chumps. Huh?
The big kahunas.
Yeah. Me and the tiki.
The big beefs.
Yeah. Me and the tiki.
Yeah.
The tiki's grad party was a couple days ago. And
was it?
Couldn't go because I was at work.
That's too bad.
I should probably text him right now.
He seems like a cool guy.
He is a cool guy.
He's got a funny nickname, too.
Yeah, he knows about the tiki, by the way.
That's good.
I told him about it and I showed him the tiki, and he thinks it's really weird. But anyway, he's not proud of it, but he's also not disappointed.
Okay.
He's more in awe at it and speechless about the tiki. But anyway, ignore that noise.
So, anyway, Land of the Lost.
So we watched that show. But the show meant so much to us, and we loved it.
Yeah.
And we would try and recreate the show, do our own cosplays of the show.
Okay.
Using
break your neck on the swing.
No, we did it inside. But Grumpy, the big old dinosaur.
Okay.
Was this kid named Jonathan, because he was known for being the rough man, you know.
Yeah.
The one kid you didn't want to give your juice box to.
Okay.
In the playground. But he would be Grumpy, and then I was the dad, whatever his name is. I don't even remember. I wrote this episode, but I don't even remember his name. It was like Jack or something weird. And then their son Wesley. Nope, that's the actor's name. The actor's name was Wesley because Wesley's the name of the bassist in my band. So that's the only reason I remember that.
Just call him Wesley. Kid.
Okay. And then the daughter was like one of the girls who was in the daycare.
I see.
We didn't mention Dopey. in the episode.
Who's
You
Dopey?
OGs who watch Land of the Lost know who I'm talking about.
So
Dopey.
us, so everybody that's above the age of 40.
So nobody watching this. Essentially, Dopey was the girl character, Marianne. That's what I'll call her because I don't know her name. I forgot it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna open up the script for the episode right now so I can not feel like an idiot.
All right. Lily.
Entertain them, Gabe, for a second.
Uh.
Okay.
Chris Chan is a cool guy. He, my theory is that he had.
No. Do not talk about the theory. This is not the time nor the place. You also shouldn't even talk about Chris Chan during my episode.
There's nothing to do
Okay, it
with
was Holly Marshall. I played Rick Marshall. And
Yeah.
I think the Tiki was Will Marshall.
Okay.
Yeah. And then...
Mm.
Yeah, Dopey was Holly's friend.
Okay.
Dopey was a dinosaur.
Oh,
The one with the big neck. Whatever that one was called, I don't remember. Big neck?
The Brontosaurus?
Yeah, but it was like a baby one.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, this looks so fake.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know it's 5. And in certain shots, they'd show the dinosaur up close, and it was clearly just a puppet.
Okay.
It was so like poorly made.
Yeah.
The show clearly didn't have a very big budget.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I have no connection at all to this show. I didn't even
you
know it
watch any of
existed
it?
until you... No, I didn't even know it existed until you told me about it.
Yeah.
And I have never even really looked at it at all.
Yeah, well, you should have watched it.
It could have,
Anyway, there's
but I didn't.
the lizard people, otherwise known
Yeah.
as the Slee Stacks.
The Slee Stacks.
I bet
Sleazy
Gabe said the
Stacks.
name wrong. He was probably like Slay Steak.
No, I pronounced it right. I pronounced it Slee Stacks.
Okay, good. And they're like, let me give you a representation of the sound they make.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
No, actually, it's more like, hold on,
Okay.
like that. There
It's
it
like
is.
it's like a cat.
Well, like a lizard.
Okay.
But they're actually not lizards. They're an alien race that are from dimensions. It's such a weird...
See, that's the only thing I
situation.
recognized from that show is those weird aliens because I've seen them before, but I didn't know where they were from this show.
Yep. And it's very... There's sci-fi stuff, but it's also prehistoric. It's got sci-fi because, you know, it's the time doorway.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's so weird because anybody can enter the land
Mm-hmm.
from any time. Like, there was a
Okay.
guy from the Revolutionary War that ended up there.
All right.
And like we
That's fun.
mentioned, Jefferson Davis Cawley III, who was a U.S. Confederate soldier
Oh.
from the
Yeah.
Civil War.
Okay.
And he ended up there. And then Enoch, the good Slee Stack, but was a different race of Slee Stacks that was... I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. The show is just... I don't know, it's definitely obscure. That's why we did it.
Yep.
It's such an obscure show.
Everybody
Most
under the
people
age of
won't
40.
recognize it. It's probably not going to be a very popular episode
Yeah.
unless people are like,
Whatever.
"Whoa, I watched that too when I was in kindergarten."
I'm sure there were plenty
the
of
Tiki.
people that watched
The
it.
Tiki's probably going to watch the episode and be like, "Whoa!"
Like the Tiki.
And then he's going to be listening to this and be like, "Why do they keep talking about me?"
Why do they keep laughing at me?
I should probably text the Tiki right now and tell him.
Why are they mocking me?
The Tiki's
So,
going
yeah,
to quit Target, by the way.
That's cool. That's great. Target sucks to work at, especially. I don't care. Listen here, fellas. Any of you kids watching this right now who are thinking about working at Target because it looks like a nice place to work, it's not.
Well, it depends on the Target you work at.
Yeah. It sucks anyway. I'm gonna ruin your dreams. Anyway,
Entertain
keep
them.
talking about
Entertain them again. I'm texting
oh
Tiki.
um uh the
Uh,
discount at the discount target the discount as an employee at Target only works if you get a red card. You can't use it with a debit card. I wasn't told what my job would be until after I agreed to it. I'm an idiot. Um, I mean, they told me what my job was, but they didn't tell me the dirty secrets of my job. That I'd be cleaning toilets. Uh, um, uh, I didn't know there was a difference between Land of the Lost and Lost in Space. I thought they were the same show at first.
there's similarities.
Yeah. Purple is a cool color. Um, my middle name is Rodney.
Is that
No,
true?
it's not. No, it's not. Uh, I
There
hit
we go. I
that whip
texted
and
him.
nay nay.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
The Tiki knows. I am deeply sorry I didn't make it to his grad party.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, that's what having a job does, kids.
Yep.
You get a job and you lose all your freedom.
Yep. Then you get money.
Well, yeah, you get money, but what is the money for? Gas, you can go to
Nothing.
work.
Food so you can continue moving so you can go to work.
Water, so you
Ugh.
can continue staying hydrated,
Living.
so you can go to work.
A home so you can have somewhere to sleep when you're not working.
Objects and things to entertain you when you're not at work.
Yep.
A
That's
phone.
pretty much all I got.
A phone to buy so you can contact work.
Yep. That's all I got.
Don't get a job, okay?
Yeah. Become a bum.
Live off welfare checks.
Mm-hmm.
Be Chris Chan.
Yeah. Just be Chris Chan. That's all I have to say. I have nothing else to say, really.
Yeah. So Land of the Lost was a crazy show. Very dated CGI, even for that day.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was definitely an obscure show.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us in the Backrooms when we just keep going more and more obscure.
And we continue to ramble as we lose our
Sanity.
our marbles.
Yep. See you guys later, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye bye, fellas and ladies
And fillets.
and fillets, filet fishes.
So now I can...
Have that
Pokemon with
have
the
that
Poke... Huh?
have that Jeez Louise from me be the little funny thing at the end. Just Jeez Louise.
How about I just put this part instead? Ha ha.